Hey, it's Random Code here, and today we're going to continue with some web development, where today I'll talk about events with JavaScript. So I just have a very simple basic HTML setup with a script containing some JavaScript and some buttons. So we have a button saying click me with the ID of click, and we have a button with an onClick event just directly on that button. But first, let's have a look at our script. In JavaScript, there is a principle where we would like to add some stuff to our buttons, for example, but we need the buttons to be loaded before we can add events to the buttons. So we would start our script by saying window, so the window of the program, dot add event listener, and wait for the scene or the window to load. And whenever the window have loaded, we will call this function, this content. And in this case, I will call an alert saying page loaded. And I would get my document, get element by ID, and then get the element with the ID click, which is this button in this case. And I'll add an event listener, which on click on this component button, I would call this function, which just simply calls an alert saying button clicked. And what we're doing here is technically the same as just doing on our button on click, alert, hello world, for example. But the principle is that we would like to take our JavaScript and keep it separate from our HTML. So in the long term, when we have more stuff, it's better to do it like this. And we would move this part into a JavaScript on its own. But let's have a look at how it looks. So I'm just gonna click go live, which allows me to open a web page. And as you can see, when the window was done loading, I get the message saying, in this case, it's my local host and port number saying page loaded. I then have the two buttons saying click me and do not press me. So if we take a look at the click me, get the alert button clicked, which is this button, and the event we added after the window was done loading. And if we click the other button, we get hello world, which was added just right on the button. As you can see, we can actually do both, but we'd actually prefer just to do it in plain JavaScript and not connect it directly. So we're writing the JavaScript inside our way. But this is the basic components of our events. We can add some event listener to some component and then wait for something to happen, for example, a window to load or a button to be clicked. And then we can set up a function containing some functionality, which is called whenever this event happens. So this is my quick demonstration of JavaScript events. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe, and I wish you all a wonderful day.